All right.
Okay.
And welcome back. This segment we're going to talk about hopefully everybody's favorite movie. We'll find out at the end of this this evening after y'all have viewed this. 50 Shades of Grey. Got a little write-up on here. 50 Shades of Grey is based on the E.L. James best-selling romance novel. Carries a fairly modest $40 million production budget. The film is directed by Sam Taylor Johnson and stars Jamie Dornan as a enigmatic bondage-loving billionaire who falls for Dakota Johnson, a sexually inexperienced college student. There we go. Now, before we get started, Madonna has something to say about this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Madonna.
Did she do this in her fake English accent or her Jersey girl accent?
I don't know. Can't quite get the accent off of Yahoo News. She said yes. She was asked if she had read the movie, and according they read the movie.
If she had read the book.
If she had read the book, 50 Shades of Grey. Her response was, "I have. Yes, I have. It's a pulp fiction, not very sexy. Maybe for someone who has never had sex before. I kept waiting for something exciting and crazy to happen in that red room thing, and I was like, a lot of spanking. I also thought this is so unrealistic because no guy, cover your ears, goes down on the girl that much. I'm sorry, but no one eats that much as the guy in that book." And that's as a direct quote from Yahoo News, according to what Madonna said.
If anybody should know, it would be Madonna.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if she's talking about the book or if she's talking about the movie. Because like you said, we haven't seen it.
She said that she read the book.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she did not finish the book.
Ah, what do you mean?
Nothing exciting happens in the red room?
Uh-oh. Secrets of the Red.
She did not finish the book yet.
Maybe there's
a
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And Mark.
Sorry, spoiler. Yeah, definitely a spoiler alert.
Maybe there's a secret that we know nothing of. Maybe what happens in the red room stays.
Does it?
It does?
It does say in the red room.
There we go.
Yes.
Because I don't think I read that much. I read a little bit of the book because she made it. Anyway.
Because I've read, and it's a trilogy.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah.
Now they have said
a very long time.
They've already signed up for the other two.
Yes, they're starting
production.
In fact, I think they said they're starting production in
Already?
the next month or two.
Oh, they're going to. Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's fairly soon.
Right.
They're starting production on the second one.
Well, if they hit close to what they're projecting, I think I read 76 million.
50 Shades Darker.
Yeah, that's
That'll be the second. Yes.
Yeah. Well, have you read the book?
I have not read the book.
Have you seen the cover?
I have seen the cover.
Okay. That counts. I mean,
I've heard Gilbert Gottfried read excerpts of the book, and I thought that was freaking amazing. And if he does a full audio book, I will definitely listen to it.
That would be entertaining.
Porn coming out of Gilbert Gottfried's mouth is amazing.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
I mean, it's like hearing Iago from Aladdin, you know.
Yeah.
All I know is that all of my romance authors that on Facebook just, have you seen it? And what do you think? And they're just gushing over the whole thing. So, which we are going to see it tomorrow. My husband will not let me go by myself, so he's going with me, along with my sister-in-law. While the kids go see SpongeBob, I'm going to go see 50 Shades of Grey.
The perfect balance. Everything's a yin and a yang, a 50 Shades and a SpongeBob. It goes all together.
SpongeBob is about to get a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. I've read a lot of books and then have seen the movie, and I will be the first one to say, they could have done better.
Some of the critics are panning it right.
So, I don't know, I'm hearing kind of both.
But what does Rotten Tomatoes say? What does, who's got Rotten Tomatoes? Yeah, what does Rotten Tomatoes say? I don't know.
Oh, they're really tough.
Idea.
They're really tough.
Yeah.
I don't usually go by Rotten Tomatoes too much.
I'm trying not to read
read
too much, because I want to see it for myself.
But, another thing to think about with
Madonna
is, she said nothing exciting happens in the
Red
in the Red
in
Room.
Red Room.
But we are talking about Madonna. It may
With
not
the
be
cone.
exciting to her
That-
after everything she's
right,
experienced.
right.
Right. She
Because
could have
to
some
me-
fashion in
to
her own
me-
videos.
And, like, and
Exactly.
I'm not going to say too much because, like I said, there's a lot of people who haven't seen it, not yet haven't read the book. You have to read between the lines.
Mhm.
You have to look at his past,
So,
how he is now, and you got to look at Anna's character.
One thing I'm excited about for it,
You know, pure as
is-
the driven snow.
yeah,
She's in a red room.
yeah.
The red room is pain, actually.
I think it's interesting that America's finally opening up to these
a lot more. Yeah.
these more explicit, and I'm using this loosely, explicit stories like Nymphomaniac and this one now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
gives
yeah.
me hope that more will be accepted. You know, you've chipped away over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I.
Well, I think the biggest part of that is getting away from network TV.
Yeah. Well, you remember in I Dream of Jeannie, they had to cover up her belly button. That was
Right.
scandalous.
That was
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
what
and
it
now
was.
and
come a
now
long way.
we've come a long way. Yeah.
But I don't really remember. I've read it, or maybe somebody has told me that some of the negative towards it is that, and I don't know if this is actually just viewers or actual critics have said, oh, but it's nothing like the book. If it was just like, I'm sorry, but if it was just like the book, it'd be
There'd be-
NC-17. It wouldn't be rated R.
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus, going from book to movie, you got to put a little bit of yourself in your,
you have,
in your
yeah,
art.
you have to. You have to make it, you know, I want to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because
And build
used to
to
you
the
go into
next movie.
Walmart
Yeah.
or any of the bookstore to buy it, it was wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
You couldn't sit there and flip through that book unless you bought it. You know, so I'm like, but who does that? You give me a situation where there's a book that a movie exactly like the book.
Yeah, that's
There
true.
really can't be.
Yeah.
And-
Green Mile was really close,
Mhm.
but
I
Stephen
believe it.
King wrote the screenplay. But, and just like Jurassic Park with Michael Crichton writing the screenplay,
Right.
there were differences, and it came from those authors saying, I did this in the book, and I wonder what would happen if I did it this way. So they get to play it out in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm really, and actually I'm excited for the whole movie, but it's the very end is what, and of course I'm not going to say anything more. It's the very end that
The third book.
I'm really hoping that they kept that part because they
Okay.
could with
Yeah.
a little bit of, you know, magic, you know,
Well,
camera
yeah.
work, and it's really going to piss a lot of people off if they do.
Or they keep to the book.
If they keep to
Well-
the book, the ending is going to make a lot of people mad because you're going to be like, they cannot do that. Just like any cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my, you know. But I'm hoping
Does
they
it
do
book
it.
1 or book 3?
No,
Is it
book
important to
one.
the-
Oh, okay, the cliffhanger.
is it important to one of the characters?
It's important to the situation because book 2 almost picks up. In fact, book 2 picks up, I believe, 3 days later.
Okay.
So you're very
So-
close to the end of book 1.
okay, so
and,
it's
Which is why they're starting production so early.
and
on the
book
next
2
one.
starts. It's
Yeah.
like 3.
it's a cliffhanger very much
Yeah.
like Harry
It
Potter.
is. Well, I
Okay.
say
What?
it's a cliffhanger. Well, it
No,
is.
it is.
It is.
I remember the end. I
I
did
say-
read this book.
I
I
say-
remember the end of it.
Yeah,
Now.
okay. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm really am hoping because it's just hype
Yeah.
for that next one because then I don't. By the time I read them, book 1 and
Yeah.
2 was already out, so I didn't have to wait. I was immediately on my
If they do the book
on
well,
Amazon hitting purchase for the next
if they
one.
do the movie well, like the book, it'll spike book
Yeah.
reading again.
Well, the thing I do like
Which
about
I did.
50 Shades of Grey is that they acknowledge that this is an abuse of power in a relationship, and they didn't do that in Twilight. And I think that's something. I think that's something
Yeah.
important to point out.
Are they saying it's abuse of power in this book?
In 50 Shades of Grey, everybody acknowledges that there's a point of an abuse of power.
But she had the control. I thought,
He's a dominant. She's a submissive.
Yeah.
yeah, but if she given the
Relationship.
word, it all stops.
Yeah.
She didn't follow the rules.
But there's a point where.
Well, don't.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I mean, you get a lesson in.
I did not read the book.
Yeah.
I swear.
BDSM.
And you get a lesson in BDSM.
Not to mention, it's not that the author knew a lot about BDSM.
Right.
So that's where a lot of the hits are coming from.
Gotcha. Okay.
However, people...
From the purists.
I think people... Yeah. And I think people will say, let me look into that.
Yeah.
Of course, another set of people are saying, oh no, this is going to make people want to go out and do
And then,
No,
you got
I don't believe that.
Then you got the far end of it. It's, oh no, domestic dispute, which is this is not dispute.
No.
Valid.
Again,
yeah.
I haven't read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't. And like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't know how much they addressed it. If you read the book, he was not abusing her in any way.
Yeah.
And there's something called a safe word.
That's the part that I was saying.
Safe word.
Yeah.
And just some other things I can't talk about. Again, spoilers.
Yeah.
We have gone long.
He's a businessman. Inside and outside the bedroom.
See, she's gotten into this.
And I'll leave it at that. Okay. Sorry. Hey.
And this is what happened when Passion runs. We go a little bit longer than the 5-minute rule. Oh, well, that's okay. And we will see you the next segment.